Hello, Brother Bruner here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and a Patreon sponsored video, but this one being recorded live on Twitch. So Sunless guy over who wrote the scenario is in the Twitch chat, keeping an eye on me, such as getting the year and the nation wrong. Anyway, today we are going in with 4 battleships, 4 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers against 3 Italian battleships, 5 heavies, 7 lights and 4 destroyers. But I am to make a recreation of sorts of the Queen Elizabeth class ships, which means I will be using the Modernised Dreadnought. So, the Queen Elizabeth. Why not? I'm actually going to look up what were... I think their casements had been removed by the time that they fought in World War II. I'm not going to do a full-on historical build, but we'll try and do her justice. Right, let's have a look at the towers. Okay, the Advanced Tower 1 is a little bit worse, but good lord, does save you about 500 tons, which is not bad. And secondary tower, is this new? I don't remember them getting the antenna and the rear, but it's possible that they are not new and I'm just being stupid. I think I'll go for the matching compact secondary tower though. Yes, hello YouTube. All right. This hull is smaller than I remember it being. So used to the new hulls, which are in like absolutely gigantic 6-inch guns. That's what I thought. So probably a standard barbette and 15-inch guns, which is actually a good choice in 1940 because they are the highest end Mark IVs that you get access to. Fire arcs are decent, and the Queen Elizabeth's had 4 of these twin turrets, which is very nice. Let's get that right on the edge. There we go. And then 6s were their secondary complement. Sometimes the game just finds those casemate positions really irritating. There we go. We'll remove that one for expediency's sake, rather than me endlessly fiddling around with it. Actually move the towers back a little bit. Only it ever picks up both towers when I don't want it to at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Apologies for the amount of kind of fiddling around with this. There we go. So all the casement guns are for the forward firing ones. We've got rid of the rear firing. Secondary, we'll keep with the theme of 6-inch. And we'll get some 2-inch guns liberally dotted around the ship. Doesn't like that one. Okay. Now then, smoke interference and stuff. We'll keep them on steam. Steam and oil 3. 74. That means we can get a single tall funnel 9. Is this the one that can fit a 2-inch gun on it? No, sadly not. Well, I can fit one there. if I want. Any others I can shove in there? No, it doesn't like that. No, no, stop it. Yeah, modernised Queen Elizabeth. That should fix it. There we go. Lovely stuff. Some guns have a poor sector of fire. I think they're actually fine. Just the game moaning at me. Well, I think that gun setup is absolutely fine. Now, I know that the Queenies weren't the fastest ships in the world, but I think this refitted version, even on the natural boiler, is capable of going a lot faster than the historical ship. Well, not a lot faster, but 27 knots, there we go. Really pushing those engines to the limits. I think they could do 24 or something like that. Put in an auxiliary diesel, advanced propeller shafts, top end armour, and barbette protection. Obviously, we want them to have torpedo protection, given what happened to some of them. Updated armour scheme. Actually, no. I'm going to go turtleback. So the scheme has not been updated. Just for something a little bit different. We'll fit a radar set and a sonar set. Oh, I've gone way over way. Shit. What caused all that? Didn't even notice myself going away. Tell you what, I'll fit everything and I'll come back. That's what I tend to do. Let's say that we get semi-auto advanced hydraulic turrets. I'd like a general purpose round, but to be honest, I think heavy tube powder is a good mix. It actually comes with outstanding armour as standard. Okay, maybe anti-torpedo 3. I can slow it down, of course. 26 knots, perhaps. No, that makes things worse. Yeah, I'm just considering what else I could maybe take down. Kind of like the setup as is. I'd love to have more bulkheads, but yeah, this thing is proving tricky. I love this armor scheme and I really don't want to change it. It's maybe just a little bit too much. Range, if I'm allowed, yeah. We'll drop the range to very short. That helps. We still need to lose about 300 tons. And I would like to get some more bulkheads. I think the turret top at 8 is a lot. So I think if we shave that down to say 7. It'd be the deck and deck. Tell you what, can we shave the deck down to a 6.3? That's normally fine. Yeah, there we go. Enough to get many bulkheads? No way. Alright. Mind you, it's a turtleback scheme. Going all or nothing gives me more. I could get many bulkheads if I went all or nothing. That's worth it. That is worth it. Maybe shave a little bit more off the turret top. There we go. And to put a smidge more on the tower. There we go. Perfect. Slight 4 weight offset. See if we can fix that. There we go. Alright. The Queen Elizabeth. Slightly faster than she actually was. But otherwise pretty close. Not a historical build. Don't shout at me in the comments. Let's go. Based on, not 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 a guarantee. Yeah, the casemate guns do just completely ruin the handling of your ship, but they will be helpful dealing with the later ships, I think. I didn't actually check what the pitch and roll was. It's definitely an up-armoured. I'm looking at the historical armour for the Queen Elizabeth, at least according to Wikipedia. I have 13-inch belts and 3 inches of deck, so we've pretty much doubled the deck armour. And the turrets only had 13 inches of armour on them, not 18. Alright. Should be interesting. Oh, it was proposed as 26. There you go then. We're just using modern fuel oil, and they can go there. Go at their proper speed. Not historical. You did, yes, you did, Sunless. You did say based on. The armor scheme is not the historic armor scheme, for instance, and I'm sure I got some of those systems wrong. But I think that's. I think there was quite a lot of disparity in the class by the time it got to World War II, because they'd had so many different upgrades. Each ship was slightly different by the time this type of battle was happening in the Med. So this one's obviously been into Munro Design Yards for the modernisation. We've tried to increase the survivability of the ship, new gun systems, stuff like that, and just fine-tuning those steam turbines, trying to get the most out of them. I didn't want to do anything radical like putting diesels in it. And displacement's gone up a little bit. I think this one was, what, 38,000 tons? I think when they originally designed they were 33, something like that. That's a long time to build a light cruiser. Mind you, there were 7 of them, so that's probably what's taken a while. Alpha 12 does seem to take longer to do this step of the battle setup. Yeah. Well, yeah, so it'd be Queen Elizabeth, Valiant, Warspite, and Malaya were the historical ships. Barham was torpedoed, and wasn't there a 5th ship? Agincourt, technically, kind of, but it was never finished. Yeah, I'm really curious about that as well, Threadoflength. If there's some way of refitting your ships, because if there is, that I really hope there is, because I'd love to have, you know, my Dreadnoughts becoming modernised Dreadnoughts. I think that'd be really cool. All right, heavy cruiser looks interesting. That the game's given me. Fairly standard silhouette from the Italians. So, what have we got? Emperor of India, Queen Elizabeth, Valiant, and Lion. Okay, well, those are not quite correct, but not far off. Look at that. Beautiful. Yes, please. Right, let's have a quick look at the other ships. So we have Australia, Suffolk, and King Alfred. 9-inch heavy cruisers with loads of torpedoes and many bulkheads. Cordite, so they are prone to exploding, but they will chuck out a fair amount of damage. There's another one over there, the Orlando, and then we have the Patrol, the Palace, and the Danae, which are very front-heavy looking 7-inch gun cruisers. Few bulkheads. Why? I don't like those at all. The heavy cruisers are pretty nice. What kind of torpedoes are they? Electrics. Interesting. So I'm going to keep them in a battle line, and I'm going to keep them with, actually, yeah, follow the main force. Perfect. And the light cruisers go to normal and screen for the battleships. Screen battleships. Thank you. Lovely. Right, let's go. There will be a little bit of confusion. Yeah, 26 knots on the heavy cruisers, so that's perfect, and the light cruisers a little bit faster. So definitely works as a fleet. Right, enemy in sight. Guns are training, and here we have the Italian ships. That's a lot of guns and torpedoes. All right. The cruiser, yeah, heavy cruiser, big thing, and a light cruiser, torpedoes as well. Well, it was somewhat inevitable that they would have torpedoes. Trust my ships to do their thing. Oh yeah, the Revenge class upgrades. That would be interesting. They never... We're kind of just left to their own devices in a lot of cases. Threadoflength are still waiting for the ability to design more than one ship in a battle. So we know that that is coming. And we know that it is coming, I believe, with Core Patch 1, which is the first look at the campaign. Not quite sure how it will work. But the ability to do custom battle saves is definitely coming. And when we can save ships, I think is when we will see the ability to design more than one ship. So you can design the battleship, save it. Design the heavy cruiser, save it. Design the light cruiser, save it. And potentially do the enemy ships as well. I think obviously there needs to be a little bit of UI work for that. Oh, we got our first hit of the battle on one of the enemy light cruisers. We will of course continue to advance on the enemy as best we can. Yeah, probably. That is a worry, torpedoes, but you can't live in fear of torpedoes. Yeah, exactly. It'd be so interesting to do, because as well it'll let you do historical reenactments and have, you know, historical builds on both sides and stuff like that. Play Rule Britannia, yeah, exactly. And hello there, Toby. I don't know if you were posting earlier, but well, hello, welcome. Yeah, that's probably accurate, Threadoflength. Damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead. Admiral Monroe, probably. Almost definitely. speaking of, we have our first detected torpedoes, which is where things are going to start getting tricky, and where I'm going to start breaking up my ships. That's a pretty wide spread though. Right. Oh my god, those heavy cruisers need to die now. Now. I've just seen how many torpedoes they can put out. Kill it. We need to turn more than that, please. Thank you. Yep, just fired at the Emperor. Based on the trajectory, it's hard to tell where those torpedoes will end up. But head to port, off your turn, and Queen Elizabeth. The rest of you, I want you to go this way. I'm going to break our ships up a little bit. You're not just ahead. Light cruisers, I think, are okay. See, that is the trouble. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but I definitely saw a video where Stealth encountered this issue. Torpedoes don't seem to run out of fuel. So the game reports torpedoes as having a range, and you kind of assume that that is because they have a range and that they will, you know, run out. But it doesn't seem to work like that. They just seem to run indefinitely. Yeah, I think that big spread of torpedoes might threaten the cruisers at the back, but otherwise I think we're okay. I still want that cruiser at the bottom of the sea as fast as possible. Forged again. Huge damage. And sinks. Thank goodness for that. Right, light cruisers also have a whole bunch of torpedoes. Great. I'm going to spend all my ammunition trying to kill the bloody cruisers. Look how many there are. Ugh. Go on, sink it before it can shoot. Yeah, good, good. What the fuck happened to you, patrol? You ran into a torpedo, didn't you? No, 16-inch gun from the enemy battleships. Okay. The Litoro, the something or other, and the Idra. I'm too tired. They also have torpedoes. It's so annoying that they... Italian tactics. It's like they knew I was coming. Let's have all the torpedoes. How about no? Right. Fire on the Peloro with the main guns. Please. Who did you fire at? Queen Elizabeth. Hard to starboard. Valiant. I think you'll be okay. Same for you, line. Bum 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 bum. Oh, sorry to see you go, Sunless, but you can look forward to seeing the end of this scenario when it appears on YouTube, which should be relatively soon. Probably Sunday if I've got my scheduling right. Yep, they all have increased torpedoes. Of course they do. Why would they not? Which makes it very hard for me to approach their battleships. It means I have to thin out their cruiser force, which is just an irritation, to be honest. And it's a lot of ammunition that I'm using up doing this. More torpedoes. I think fired harmlessly. Just have so many of the bastards. Yep, they are an absolute nightmare to micro. See, if I could design all the ships, what I would do is actually something not dissimilar to what I did in the last battle. I would send a fast, maneuverable, tough, heavy cruiser force right in and try and eliminate the enemy cruisers so that my battleships could actually close in and start doing the work. Right, stop wasting ammunition. I will court-martial you if you waste ammunition like that. Speaking of which, don't fire at anything you can't hit. We've picked up a destroyer, which of course also has a whole bunch of torpedoes. Speaking of which, what do we got? A whole bunch of them headed this way. The Emperor is fine. Elizabeth, I think if she heads this way, would be okay. Another massive spread there. Valiant, please don't wander into that. There goes the Pisa. Yeah, I think we're okay, but see how many torpedoes they're just chucking out. It's unreal. Ooh, Lion, don't wander into them, please. Switch fire to the Zeffino. Yeah, standing orders would be brilliant. Oh no, Lion, please no. See, this is what I kind of mean by micro, because Lion could have avoided if I microed her a little bit better. But she is going to take a torpedo. Oof. Rudder hit. Great. Fortunately, they don't do that much damage. Whoa, another set. Didn't see those until far too late. Oh, Millie, be quiet. Oh, Emperor just avoiding. light cruisers are probably going to get hit, but that's their own fault. Come on. Kill that cruiser now. Thank you. Right. Next. Okay. Good hit. Yeah, the other thing that makes this really tricky is the complete lack of... Well, not complete lack. Like, you do get torpedo warnings, but the lack of a permanent torpedo warning. Good. Also targeting the PMNT. Good, 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 good. Meanwhile, of course, their battleships, which are way faster than I am, I'm probably never going to get to engage. But at least I can content myself with murdering these really irritating cruisers. Sounded like a torpedo hit. It was. Valiant got hit. Damn it. Yeah, Lion is having trouble responding to helm. Valiant's steering also damaged. Ugh. There's a heavy cruiser there. Kill it. Excellent damage. Good. Good, good. There goes the destroyer. Torpedoes in the water. Hard starboard Emperor. I think a lot of these like quality of life features will come to the game, and things like what to focus your fire on. I think the ships actually do pretty well by themselves. You can actually trust your captains to fire most of the time on reasonable targets. Right, want that heavy cruiser shot to pieces, if you please. While those destroyers back there are definitely receiving some attention. Nice hit. Oh, big damage on, I think, the battleship. Yeah, the Idra took a couple of hits there. Of course, my own ships do have torpedoes, and they are allowed to fire them. They just haven't been. And the heavy cruisers have them. Right, how are my battleships doing? Okay, not bad. Valiant, Queen Elizabeth, and Lion all trying to work their way up. Lead ship very much Emperor of India at the moment. Torpedoes. Yep. Emperor of India's direction. Harder starboard. Oh, your rudder is out as well. Great. Well, definitely fitting with the theme of the class, particularly if you look at Warspite. 3 of them have steering damage. Oh, jeez. Oh, flash fire on that heavy cruiser. Lovely. Where did those torpedoes go? They're there. Yeah, Emperor of India might be able to avoid. Palace sinks, really? Yep, just got absolutely wrecked by enemy firepower. I did say that they weren't the best. Right. Yeah, you're not going to be able to outturn it. You might be able to outrun it. The Audace sinks that. Well, it's the only other only destroyer I can see. That Emperor's going to get hit. Ow. The Gorizia is very heavily damaged. And sinks. Lovely. Okay, you're going to need to focus on their battleships now. I hate attacking from the rear like this. Really not a good position to be in. Good damage though. Definitely causing all sorts of problems aboard the Idra. Haven't really focused much on their battleships. Many bulkheads, cordite, increased shells though. Could be a problem. Armour is pretty decent. And those torpedoes can be an absolute nasty surprise, but they are short ranged. Speaking of which, yeah, Emperor of India is just going to find it impossible to avoid. Another ammo detonation. And finally it explodes. Good, good, good. Looks like it only fired 1 torpedo. Emperor can try and avoid. Actually, I think the Emperor will avoid. Wasn't fired in a particularly good fashion. Okay, next up, the Abadanza Iriseza. Meanwhile, some long-range firepower going towards the light cruiser, which I'm not sure is the best use of ammo, but I think that's the... yeah, that's my heavy cruiser squadron doing that. Can't complain too much about that. Alright, Valiant, Queenie, Lion. There we go. Emperor being the point ship, taking the brunt of it, but has the best accuracy. Ooh, it's a good hit. Damage, well, all over the ship really. 2 engines out, plenty flooding. Meanwhile, the Emperor, 1 engine down, but otherwise okay. Oh, massive torpedo spread. Shit. Putting torpedoes on a battleship, I think, should be banned. It's just not cricket. Some of the cruisers might get hit by that. but I'm not going to worry myself about microing those. They have definitely patched that out. I think, yeah, they're targeting my battleships now. The AI can make some weird decisions about what's a threat. I think the reasoning is probably something along the lines of trying to kill. I think, to be honest, they were hit by accident and secondary fire. Okay, down goes another light cruiser. Only got one of those left. Emperor somehow avoiding. You know what? Keep going that way. See if we can't get them in a little bit of a pincer move. So Emperor of India and Queen Elizabeth attacking from the north, while Valiant and Lion attack from the south. Oh! One battleship left. Immediately takes an ammo detonation. Yeah, the Danae here is mainly being fired at by the secondary guns on the enemy battleship. The main gun's definitely trying to hit my battleships. I think the only change I would make to torpedoes, because at the moment... Oh, never mind. Yeah! Bye-bye! I was going to chit-chat about torpedoes. No need! No need to chit-chat about torpedoes, we just have a light cruiser to fairly unfairly just shoot at. And I can chat about torpedoes some other time. Yeah, I'd like to see the launchers a little bit easier to take out, like if your ship takes fire. But I'd also like to see the ability... Well... I think torpedoes are unfair only insofar as the player... They're not as effective as a player weapon as they are as an AI weapon. I think the AI is fine, but I think as a player, they're just not... You can't hit things with them, is the problem. It's really hard to hit with torpedoes. And maybe that's okay, and they're just for finishing off enemy ships. Or maybe the AI, in which case, you know, you should make the AI worse at using them. Or, yeah, just bring it up to parity. Anyway, a not historical, but kind of reimagined Queen Elizabeth class absolutely wrecking that Italian fleet in glorious fashion. Yeah, it took a few hits, but all the battleships alive at the end for 3 enemies sunk, 3 enemy capital ships at the bottom. I think that's a pretty good day. Alright, that's it from me today with Ultimate Admiral, and I will see you again soon for some more. Bye-bye.